just wanted to see it like printed. You guys ready? All right, here we go. Look at that. Tell me that's not a great design. Yep, 4th of July. Elena, you hit it right on. This is going to be a killer for 4th of July. 4th of July, 4th of July, 4th of July. This is going to be a great. Yep, they're on the website in Sublimation transfers. So this is what I'm thinking. And I love to give you guys ideas because like most of the time I don't do them myself. I just think of cool ideas like all day long. Oh, yep, and Memorial Day. This is on the website, but let me tell you my idea, and you can steal this idea. I don't care. Take a Gildan soft style, the shirts that are bleachable. No, I don't design. I don't know how to draw. And then bleach the shirt and then put this design on a red one or a blue one. And tell me it won't sell. This is going to sell, sell, sell. I can see it. Like, I foresee the future. And this design, I'm telling you, for 4th of July, even for Memorial Day, on a bleached shirt, that's going to be hot. Yep, exactly. That is going to be hot. So take my idea and run with it. But yes, I'm telling you, this is going to be a really cute design. So whoever orders, I might just slip this big boy into your order. And I do have a little mini. I have a mini one too. I put this on a mini one. So I have the mental health matters. These are little freebies that are going out right now. And then the American Babe. Just a couple. I don't sell the PNG file. I just sell the transfers. So anything that you see in my shop, I don't sell any digital downloads besides the ones that I've created, which are just printables for settings and for the size guide. But other than that, I don't sell any digital designs for PNGs just because I don't know how to draw. I have to learn how to bleach. That would be so cute on a giant patch on the back of a jean jacket. Yep. And the thing is too, when it comes to like this design right here, this would be even cute on just a white shirt. Some people don't like bleach, remember? And I had a conversation earlier with someone in my group today. If you guys haven't already, you can follow us on the Facebook group. But she was telling me that she can't use polyester shirts because her son is allergic to it. So you have to keep that in mind. Some people don't like polyester. So it would be a great idea for, you can bleach a 65-35 shirt, or just do, I don't know, maybe a screen, have someone do a screen of this if you buy the design. So it's just different ideas, but just be aware that not everyone likes bleached shirts or just all polyester shirts. You have to be conscious of that. So this one will go away. I don't know who, but I'll give this away. A tank top. You guys are on it today. Yep, so this one, I just had to print it out. I literally just put it on the website, so this is it. No, I haven't got my iPad yet. The MacBook, we ordered the MacBook, and it said 7 to 14 business days before it gets here. And I called Apple themselves, and Apple said that they are having a large shortage of different products right now, and it's hard to get them in. That's what Apple said. And I have multiple Apple stores here in Atlanta, and I called 2 of them, and they said they're just back ordered. So I did order the MacBook, but it's going to be 7 to 14 business days. That's what they said. But he said it's going to be on the short end. I ordered a rose gold one. And then for the iPad, I tried to order it off of Amazon, but my order was canceled. and I don't know why. So I've been trying to find an iPad. I really want an iPad, but I have to do some type of leasing program, so that way I don't have to pay, everything up front. I would like to build my business credit and pay for it like a little bit over time. So I can't just, I want to pay it off. So I haven't found a place that has it in stock that I can do that. So we're still looking on the iPad Pro, but we have the MacBook, so the MacBook should be coming maybe 7 to 14 business days. So I know I kept thinking of that Nebraska Furniture Mart. They have iPad. Okay, let me write this down, because you always tell me this, and I say, oh, I'm going to write that down, and then I never write it down. Let me write it down. I tried HSN and QVC, and they both canceled my order. I placed an order on QVC, and they canceled it because they said they didn't have in stock. And then my husband placed one on HSN, and they canceled it too. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just my area, like, of where I live, and they can't get it out to me. I don't know. And that's what I was thinking too. They just came out with a new MacBook or a new iPad? I don't know which one, but that's why I think it's harder to get the older ones. And I was just going to go on Facebook Marketplace and see if I could buy someone their MacBook or their iPad, but no one has the one that I want. So, what size transfer is the best for toddlers? I would suggest, Connie, a 4-inch, 5-inch. It just depends on the size of the shirt, but toddlers are usually 4 or 5. I would probably go with 5 to be safe, because the wings are a little higher. Okay, so I'm writing down Nebraska Furniture Mart. And I'll look that up. I'll have my husband look at it. But we want to put it under the business, so that way we can build business credit. If that makes sense. Okay. A new iPad Pro. See, yeah, that's what I was thinking. You're so welcome. iMac and iPads. Yep, that's what I thought. Check Apple Refurbished. They come with a warranty. Okay. Well, let's get started. So today we are going to be learning Silhouette Studio. So this tutorial is going to be pretty lengthy. I want to make sure we get all the questions answered while we're doing it. So if you guys could, please make sure you're taking notes. I'm going to try to answer the questions as much as I can, but my screen is going to be facing my computer. So if I do not see your question, please email me. It's not that I'm not going to answer your question. I just can't do both things at the same time. It's going to be a little lengthy because I'm trying to make sure you understand every single thing. I'm only going to show you all of the things that I use during the day, and you'll be surprised that they're very limited of the things that I use Silhouette for. But it's worked fine for me for about 2 years, so I'm pretty sure this information will help you. So please just be mindful. It's not that I can't get to you. I'm going to try my best, but if you have an absolute dire question and I did not get to you, please email me. I will answer emails either tonight or tomorrow. So please just make sure you email me if I don't get to you. All right, so let's get started with the tutorial. I hope you guys have a pen and pad ready, because we're going to learn this, and you guys are going to be pros. All right. I don't want to show you guys my password. Okay. Okay. Is everyone ready? Everyone ready? Oh no, I'm out of the medium hoodie. I'm sorry. Hey girlie, I just tuned in. What's being discussed today? Today we are learning Silhouette Studio. CATALEYA. I'm assuming that's Catalea Designs _co. Basically, you would go to the website and click on custom sublimation transfer. You send me the file that you want to have printed as a sublimation transfer, and then I send them to you. So today we are learning Silhouette Studio. Okay. All right, so let's go to Google, because that's where we're going to start. So we're starting all the way from the beginning, okay? So Google. Of course, I'm on Google right now. And we're going to type in Silhouette Studio. That's all I'm typing in. And that's not what I typed in, so Silhouette. Silhouette Studio, okay? So when you go to Google, the first step is to go to Google and type in Silhouette Studio. The first thing that's going to pop up is this first page, and it says software downloads. Okay, does everyone see that? I'm excited for the 4th of July too. All right, so first step, go to Google, type in Silhouette Studio. All right, now we're going to click this first one here. It's going to pull up silhouetteamerica.com. Do not get confused by that name. That is Silhouette Studio's name. Okay, when you go to that link, it's going to pop up this. This is going to say Silhouette Software. Okay, once you have that, we are going to go down. And the first thing it says is current version. And now here, this is the link. So it says link. You will either click Mac if you have a Mac, or you'll click Windows if you have a Windows. And 64-bit or 32-bit, you'll pick which one that you have. Okay. And this is a link. So once you click this, it will start downloading on your computer. Now, there's a lot of people that comment and say that they have to pay for Silhouette. I'm telling you right now, this software is 100% free. Okay? 100% free. You do not have to pay for this software. I've been using it for almost 2 years, and it has not made me pay for anything. I don't even get pop-ups for payments. Okay? And I'm just going to read what it says here. Create designs and send to a Silhouette machine. This is the free basic version of the software. Paid upgrades. So now, if you wanted to pay for one, you would click Designer, Designer Edition Plus, or Business Edition. You don't need any of those. Now, if you just absolutely want to pay, then you can click one of those. But we're good with the free software. Okay? Does everybody have that so far? Awesome, Miss Jackson. I'm so excited for you. Okay. So now that we have this, let's just say it did its magic, and now we are Silhouette Studio. This is how it's going to look when you open your page. So I'm going to delete this because you're not going to have this. But when you open up Silhouette Studio, it's going to pop up and it's going to look like this. We need to change settings when you first open your page. So let's get that done. Okay. So the first thing you're going to want to do is this top button here. Do you see where my cursor is? All the way at the top right. Right here where my finger is. The first button. It says Open Page Panel Setup. You're going to click that. And this box is going to pop up. Okay, this is the page panel setup. This is the page panel setup. Does everyone understand that so far? So that's the first button you're going to click, is the page panel setup. Okay? So for machine, we're going to select none because we're not cutting out anything. We don't need to cut out anything. We're going to select none. For the cutting mat, you're going to select none as well. For the media size, you want to switch it to custom. And the reason I say that is because if you have the 2720 or if you have the 15,000, there are going to be different size papers that you're going to use. For the 2720, you can actually print 8.5 by 14. Now, you can't do that if you click the media size as legal, right? So you want to make sure you put it to custom, so that way if you ever need to change the width and the height of your paper, then you can change it like so. So the width is going to be 8.5 and the height is going to be 11. So we're just going to use this paper size as an example, but this is the most common paper size. That's fine. What you can do is you can change it, just start typing it in here, and if it does that, then just let it be. But it should allow you to go to custom. The next step is going to be your orientation. So your printer is always going to print portrait. It's not going to print side to side, right? It's not going to print landscape. It's going to print vertical. So you want to make sure that your orientation is in portrait orientation, not landscape. So this is landscape. You want to make sure it's only on portrait. When it has rotate, you just want to leave it at 0. You don't want it to rotate at all. And then show print border, you want to make sure you show the print border on your page. So you want to make sure that's checked. Now I'm going to give everyone a moment to screenshot this page so that way you guys can have it in the future. Let me know when you guys are ready to move on to the next step. Okay, this is as far as I can go. Okay, so the next step, this is as far as I could get my phone in without not seeing what I'm doing. So this is as far as I could get it. Okay, the next step, we need to change the page setup. And the page setup is what your printer is going to print. So we're going to go to File, and then we're going to go to Print Page Setup. Okay, so next step, again, File, and then Print Page Setup. When you hit Print Page Setup, it's going to pop up your page setup box. And the page setup box, you're going to have to pick your printer. So I have 2 printers, so both of my printers are going to pop up. If you have the 2720, then you're going to select the 2720. If you have the 15,000, you're going to select the 15,000. Whatever printer you're using, you want to make sure that one is selected here. Now for the paper size, you want to make sure it is matching, your paper size is matching what you put over here. So if you put 8.5 by 11, you want to make sure that it is US letter. For those of you who do not know, US letter is 8.5 by 11. That is the name of that size. And when it comes to US legal, that is 8.5 by 14. So whatever paper size you put here, you want to make sure it matches what you have here. Okay? So if it's over here, you want to make sure this matches this. Do you guys understand that? Any questions before we move on to the next thing? You're welcome. Any questions? So again, we're going to go to File and Print Page Setup. Your printer will be Format 4. So it's going to show your 2720 if you have a 2720. Whatever printer you have, it should pop up here. Now, the print page setup or any setup is going to look different on different computers, so please keep that in mind. Yep, I'm using a MacBook, so it's going to look different if you're using a PC, all right? So, we're going to pick the 2720, and we're going to pick US letter. So again, this is going to match the printer and the paper size we're using, and it's going to match what we put in this page setup right here. Okay? Now let's hit OK. All right. Now that we've hit OK, now we need to go to the the left side, and this is an optional step, but I want you to understand why I do this step. So this step is going to be drawing the box that I use to size all of my images. The reason I use this box is there's sometimes negative space around a PNG file. And just like yesterday, if you guys were here yesterday, we were sizing an image. It said the image was a 12-inch design, but it was hardly even 10 inches. So you want to make sure that you're printing exactly what you're saying that you're printing without having to guess or you print out the wrong size. So to draw the box, you want to click on this rectangle here, click on this box, and draw the rectangle. You can draw a square, you can draw a box, whatever you want. Once you draw this square or rectangle, you want to make sure you hit your cursor. If you do not hit your cursor, it's going to stay on the drawing of the box. So you're going to be drawing multiple boxes. So once you're done drawing this square, make sure you hit your select cursor, okay? Now, we have a square. So now let's say we wanted to make a design. Say you wanted to get a design at 5 inches by 5 inches. Now, something that is just like design space, you can take your cursor and drag it out until it's a 5 by 5, which is going to take you a long time to get it exactly by 5 by 5. Or you can change the width and the height up at the top, just like in design space. So that's what I usually do. I'm going to change the width to 5, and I'm going to change the height to 5. So now my box is a 5 by 5. Now, the reason you use this box, let's say you wanted to do a 10-inch design. You can do 10 inches by 10. Now you can fit your design within this box. If you wanted to do a 3-inch design, change your box to 3 inches by 3 inches and size your design to fit that box. Does that make sense to everyone? Do you have any questions before we move on to the next portion? I just make a square, probably like 2.5 by 2.5. Hey there. How do you lock the size in? You can lock it by clicking that locked aspect. So there's a little lock button, just like in Cricut Design Space. So there's a lock button, you click it, and then you can unclick it. All right, is everyone good? Okay, so the next step, what we're going to do is open. The next step, what we're going to do is open a design. Linda, to exit out of all the boxes, hit the X mark that's right here. There's an X mark that's right there. Just hit X. The reason your size keeps changing, you do not have it selected. So you want to make sure that your box is selected and change your design to a 4 by 4 and then hit enter. And then once you hit enter, it will stay. So make sure you hit enter. Okay, so now the next part, we are going to open up a design. So to open a design in Silhouette Studio, you're going to hit File and Merge. File and Merge. You're not going to hit Open. You're not going to hit Open Recent or Open Recovered. You're going to hit File and then Merge. Now, when you do that, your downloads box is going to pop up. So, from the downloads box, now remember, it's going to look different on everyone's computer. I have a MacBook Pro, so it's going to look a little different on mine than it will yours. But your downloads box should pop up. When it opens, now you can select the image or PNG file that you're wanting to print as a sublimation transfer. So, since we used American Babe, I'm going to click that one. I'm going to select the one that I want to use, and I'm going to hit OK. Does everyone understand how to open a file in Silhouette Studio? Okay, so now that we have our design, as you can see, it's too big to fit our paper, right? So we're going to need to size this image down. Now, just like in Design Space, you can select the image and you can use your cursor to size it down like this, right? And try to get it to fit the size. Or you can use the width and the height to change the size. Now, this is the reason why I like to use this box. Right now, if you guys can look at this design, there is negative space all around this PNG file. All of that space is negative space. It's saying that this design is 11 inches, close to 11 inches by 11 inches. We know that that is not correct. So the reason we use the box is to make sure we're getting an accurate size for each time we're printing. So what I like to do is I like to size my image down by using my cursor. So I'm going to size it down. I'm just dragging it, sizing it down, and I'm going to put it in this box to where it fits within this box. And there we go. So now this design is a 4x4 design. But if you look here, it says it's a 4.291. That's because of the negative space. So this is why I use that box. If your customer orders a sublimation transfer from you and you're guessing and they really need it to be accurate, this can cause issues for you. So using this box, make sure you get an accurate size so that way you don't have to guess. Now we have a question. It says, is there a reason why you just can't open the file if you have it marked? The reason if you click open a file, I'm going to show you what that does. If you click file and then open, it's going to take, once I click this image, it's going to click all the way to it's going to take me to a different page. Do you see? Now it popped up as that. That's why you don't want to do that, because now you have to change your page orientation again. Now you have to size your paper again. You have to size your image again, and you have to make the box again. So by clicking file and merge, you don't have to do any of that. It makes it easier for you. But you can do it if you choose to. Okay? Is there a way you can crop off the negative space? It does not matter regarding the negative space. I know there's ways that you can do it, but it just takes a lot more time. So I just figured this box would make it easier. Okay. Are there any questions before we move on to the next step? If you hit File and Merge, you can add another design. If you hit File and then Open, it's going to take you to a new tab. So you always want to do File and Merge. That is how you get your download PNG into the Silhouette Studio. Are there any questions before we move on? Is the white box the paper? Yes. So this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and this is where we're going to fit our designs. And I'm happy you brought that up. Do you see this line here? That line, that is your print border. So you can't move the design outside of that border because now it's going to be chopped off. You want to make sure your design is within that border. Now, this is a great thing for Cricut Design Space users because you know that Cricut will only let you print, I think it's a 4x6 or a 4x9. So you want to make sure that you're using Silhouette so that way you can get your full page printed. And that way you can stop wasting paper. That black border in Cricut Design Space is definitely wasting your paper. But if you choose to continue to do that, it is just my opinion. But to save you time and money, I would suggest downloading Silhouette. That is just my opinion. Okay, any questions before we move to the next step? Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to mirror our image. So let's do that. In Cricut Design Space, it tells you to flip your image. Super easy, it has a button. In Silhouette, it's just the same. You just have one more step. So let me show you. You're going to make sure that your image that you selected is actually selected. Then go to Object and hover over Mirror, and then hit Flip Horizontally or Flip Vertically. So I'm going to do it one more time. To mirror your image, you're going to go to Object, hover over Mirror, and flip horizontally. And now your image is flipped and it's ready to be printed on your printer. Any questions on flipping or mirroring your image? We're going to go over them. Okay, so now we have this ready to be printed out, but I don't like to just print one thing on a page if it's a small design like this. So what I like to do Yep, you're going to flip it vertically. You're right, Linda. So I like to just I'm going to size this down. And let's just say this is the size that we're wanting to do, but I need 6 of these, right? So say a customer ordered 6 of these same size designs. I'm not going to just print out one on one page. That's wasting paper. So to duplicate this image, you're going to make sure the item is selected, and you're going to go all the way over to the right. All the way over to the right. And there is this little button here. It has 2 little boxes right here. All the way to the right. There's 2 little boxes. We are going to click that button. And once we click that button, it's going to duplicate the image exactly the way it is. So once I hit it, it duplicated it once. But I need it 4 more times. So we're going to hit duplicate again. And space it out. Duplicate it again. Space it out. Duplicate it again. Space it out. And then the last time, there we go. Now let's say I hit it one too many times. To delete it, all you have to do is select the one that you're not using or that you don't want, like this one right here, and hit this X mark. So it deleted it. And that is how you can print multiple images, multiple sizes on one page. So depending on how big your printer can print, this would be the easiest way for you to duplicate a design. So if you have American Babe and they want a 5-inch or they want a 4-inch, you could probably fit them on the same page, but you would just need to size it down. So this would be an easy way for my new users that are just using Silhouette and learning Silhouette for you to understand how to duplicate the image. I know a lot of you are coming from Cricut Design Space, and Cricut makes it super easy. So I just want to make sure that this is the easiest way for you guys to do it. Does anyone have any questions before we get into printer settings? So from the Bay Designs, let me see if there's any other questions before I get to that, because I want to make sure I don't want to confuse anyone. I'm not sure what you mean, Miss Jackson. What do you mean? But how do you get the images from Silhouette? These are images that I've downloaded from Etsy or from wherever I purchased. And you would click File and then Merge. When you hit File and Merge, all of your downloads on your computer will pop up, and then you would select the ones that you're needing. You would have to have, I think if I'm not mistaken, you would have to have the silhouette for it. Yep, we are doing the easiest way for the newbies. So we have a lot of people that are using Cricut Design Space. So I'm teaching them the most basic way to learn silhouette. Okay, so we are going to add a text. So let's say you wanted to add a text in Silhouette Studio. What you're wanting to do is click this text box here. But you want to make sure that this up here is to the color of your choice. So if you're going to do pink, you want to make sure this box is pink and this box is pink. So this is the fill color, this is the outline color. So you want to make sure both of those are the same color. And then you can just take whatever you want and type your name. So we're going to type Peachtree, and there you go. And then you can size it to however you want, just like normal. You can size it big, you can size it small, and then you would put it onto the page where you're wanting it. Does that make sense on how to open a text box? So to make a text box, you want to click this A that says text. You want to make sure this is the same color as this color. So if you're going to pick purple, then you want to pick purple and then click purple. And then you're going to type. Now let's say you wanted to change the font. There's a font box. So you would highlight, just like in Cricut Design Space. You want to highlight everything. And then you want to change to the font that you want. So let's say Magnolia Sky. We'll click that. And there you go. It changed it to Magnolia Sky. Now the cool thing about Silhouette is that it does automatically connect your letters. So if you're using cursive, it does automatically connect your letters for you. Any questions before we move on to print settings? I'm not mistaken, I think it was Creative Market. I had to buy the license. If you're going to use it commercially, you have to buy the license. Okay, any questions before we move on to the print settings? To change the font, you would click on the text, and then this pops up, this box right here. This is a text box, so you would go and scroll through and find all the texts that you want. So they have a whole bunch in here. You can just pick the one that you want. Okay, so let's move on to the print settings. So now we're ready and we want to print this out. So this is our design. We're ready. We're confident. We're getting ready to print this out. So let's go to File, and we're going to go to Print. Okay, so now we're at File and Print. Now your page is going to look a little different than mine's, depending on if you have a MacBook or a PC. But please note that all of them are pretty much going to say the same thing. The wording might be a little different, but you should get what I mean. I will tell you the differences in them. All right, so the first thing that's going to pop up is your layout page. Now, let me stop myself before we move on. If you do not have any of these settings that are popping up, that means you have not downloaded your drivers. To download your drivers, you need to go to Epson's website and go and type in drivers in the search box and download the drivers for your specific printer. If your page does not look like this or something similar, and you do not have these options, that means you have not downloaded the drivers and you need to download them from Epson's website. Okay. So the layout, obviously we don't need anything when it comes to layout. We're doing 1 page per sheet. There's no border. I mean, this is really just for someone that is printing like legal documents or like presentations. So let's skip layout. The next thing is color matching. I use Epson color controls. This is the color matching. Epson color controls. Next one is paper handling. You really don't need to worry about this setting. Any questions before I move to the next one? The next one is very important. Okay. The next one is cover page. You don't need anything for cover page. Cover page is for someone that is printing a cover page. We don't need a cover page for transfers. The next one is our print settings. So when it comes to print settings, you want to make sure that your media type is going to be one of the biggest things that is going to change your print quality. So a lot of people use plain paper. That is not the correct setting. You do not want to use plain paper because it's not plain paper. It is actually sublimation paper, right? So it's not plain paper and it's not glossy photo. The only thing that the sublimation paper is presentable to is presentation paper matte or premium presentation paper matte. So I typically do presentation paper matte, but you could also click premium. It's just your choice, but I typically go with presentation. No premium. So you want to make sure your media type is to that. I don't think that we've gotten there yet. Oh, color matching. Color matching is just Epson color controls. That's fine, as long as it says something like that. So as long as it's saying matte or presentation paper matte or paper matte, they are going to say different things because we all have different computers. But as long as it's something along the lines of matte, that will be the setting that you use. When it comes to print quality, you want to make sure it's on best quality or high quality. It's either going to say best quality or high quality. That's the print setting you want it to be on. Best quality or high quality. The next thing is this box right here where it says mirror image. Now, let's stop for a second because I want to show you why this is important. Do you see all of our images are mirrored? Right? If we click mirror image right now, no, I haven't, but if you have a PC or a Mac, it will show right here under high speed. So it should be under this setting. So all of our images are mirrored right now. If I select mirror image, all of my images are going to flip again and they're going to print the not correct way. So you want to make sure if you forget to mirror your images to click this box. If you don't forget, like we don't, on here, right? We didn't forget to mirror. Then we don't want to check that box. If you're familiar with Cricut Design Space, you know that you mirror your images every single time you print with HTV. But if you are a person that forgets to mirror your images and you don't want to waste ink or paper, then you want to make sure you have this button clicked. You're welcome, Elena. It should be right here. I have turned mine off. But like I said, if it's on presentation paper mat, then your printer is automatically going to print slower because of the paper type. So it should slow it down for you. Are there any questions on the print settings? Any questions before we move on to the print, the color options? Any questions before we move on? Okay. So next one is color options. Now, before I show you guys what I use, I just want you to know that this is my opinion. So you can play around with this setting, but this is what I use to get the best color. So again, this is my personal setting. I use this setting and get great colors. This is my opinion. So I'm not saying that this is correct, but this is what I use on this computer. Okay? So when it comes to color options, you can do manual, you can do fix photo, or you can do off. I do not. I do not use RGB. I only use off. I do not do any color adjustments at all. I don't do any color adjustments, and the reason I don't is because the color adjustment is basically saying, if you use an RGB or an ICM or whatever you're using, that is saying that it's going to correct the colors for you, and I don't want that. Some artists or some designers use watercolors, and the reason why I don't want to change that is because your computer could change slightly the colors of how they look, and I don't want that. I want it to print exactly how the design shows. So for this computer that I'm using, I use off, no color adjustment. I don't ever design in the software. I only print. I don't ever design. I don't know how to design, so I just, besides like writing someone's name, I don't ever design anything. I just print. So that's my color option. And again, this is just my opinion. You can pick whatever you want. This is just my opinion. Next thing is two-sided printing. Obviously, we don't need two-sided printing. And then the last thing is supply levels. This is going to show you where your ink is. And half of this time, I mean, it's okay, but most of the time it's not even real. All right, so let's hit print. But before we hit print, I have to put paper in. So let's go put paper in the printer. And we're going to use, oh, and then this is my sign. I don't know if you guys can see it. Cute. I love it. Okay, so now we're going to put paper into the printer. Too low is probably the last line. So like I'm almost to too low. Almost to too low. No, it just depends on what I'm printing. Like if somebody, like what I do when I have orders for screen prints, I mean not for screen prints, but for sublimation transfers, what I do is I just count out how many people are going to use like a smaller design or for a bigger design. So if 10 people have designs that can fit on an 8.5 by 11 sheet, then I'll put 10 pieces of paper in the back. But if only 3 people are going to use this design, then I'm only going to post you know, put one in there. So it just depends, but typically for right now, we're only going to put one page. So we loaded the paper, and now we're going to hit print. Okay, hit print, and then we're going to watch it print. And if you have not printed with these settings before, I'm letting you know now that it is going to print slower. So you are not going to be used to it printing this slow, but it's a good thing that it prints slow. It's because it's going to give you no lines in your designs, and it's going to give you good color. So if it's printing slow, you're doing something right. Thank you. It took me about 3 or so months to figure that out. So for everyone asking about YouTube, all of the videos from the last 2 weeks is going to be on YouTube. Everything that I do through this week on our calendar, it is going to be uploaded to YouTube by Saturday. It just takes a while for YouTube to upload the video. Aw, thank you. Do we mess with the measurements for a Tumbler file or just print? It just depends on what type of Tumbler you're printing. It should tell you the size that you need to print it. For Silhouette Studio, I don't know if I will. I will for the print settings, but not for Silhouette Studio. I just feel like a lot of people don't use it as much. Everyone says they use Adobe or GIMP or Inkscape or something like that. I don't know. I feel like it wouldn't get much use. I must have your settings correct. I must not have your settings correct, or I'm missing something. I bought the download, so I don't know. The download is the same. Oh yeah, the print settings is on there. We already made the thing for the print settings. And that's another thing too. If the print settings I use don't work for you, this is just my opinion and this is what I use. So not all of them are going to be the same. So if you don't get good color or coverage with mine, that's totally fine. This is what works for me. And a lot of factors play into that. I use Cosmos ink. I use the 2720. I use certain type of paper. So there are a lot of different things that come into play. So if they don't work for you, that's fine. You would definitely find something that works for you. But this is what's been working for me, so I thought I should share it because I get really good color. Okay, that makes sense. And your prints always look amazing, so that's why I was confused. Yeah. Yeah, I have Cosmos ink. You have to be using Cosmos ink if you're going to get the even sort of the same color as me. Then you have to have the same paper I have. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. You have to click the text box. You have to click the text box for it to pop up. Okay, and these are our colors. So let me adjust you guys. And those are our colors. I'm not sure. I don't use Inkscape. I use TextPrintR. The print drivers are on Epson's website. If you go to their website, epson.com, and search drivers, type in your printer, it will let you download the utilities and combo driver installer, and you want to download that. So those are the colors. I'm in the US. Yep, TextPrintR is the best. TextPrintR. T-E-X print, P-R-I-N-T-R, the letter R. Yeah, I don't use Inkscape, unfortunately. So those are our colors. So those are freebies. Those are our freebies that we're using for you guys. I'm going to, the link in my bio does have the paper that I use, all the different sizes. So if you're wanting the paper that I use, you can definitely check out the link in my bio. Yeah, I do. It's just under custom. So under custom, just tell me the size that you're needing. So I'm going to cut these out, and we're going to use these as little freebies for you guys. No, it's just on Amazon. You're so welcome. Are there any questions? Did you guys understand silhouette a little bit more? And another thing too, guys, everything I showed you is what I use every day. I don't use anything else. That's it. That's all I do all day long when I print transfers. So if you're wondering, that's it. I mean, there's a couple of steps. Once you get it down, you'll just start learning how to do it, and it's easy. I know a couple of you guys were on here when I was fulfilling orders, and you're like, I don't understand how you're doing it so fast. You'll learn how to do it. It does come with time, just like Cricut Design Space. So there is some time. So these are little freebies. Awesome. These are little freebies. So I'm going to just put those and mix those in. There you go. Those are so cute. Yep. When it says it doesn't support this type of file, you want to make sure you're using a PNG or a PNG or JPEG. Silhouette is very weird when it comes to SVGs, and you don't want an SVG for transfers anyway. Okay, so I said that since we are going to finish a little early today, then we needed to do a project. So, is there anything that you guys are wanting to learn how to make? Hello? Any designs that you guys are wanting to know how to make? Anything that you're interested in, if I have it on stock. If I don't have it in stock, then I won't do it. We already did the puzzle. I won't do the AirPod case because I'm going to do it in a couple of days. I have to get the measurements for it. 30-ounce tumblers. Can't do the keychain wristlets because we're sold out. Thank you so much for the gifts. 400 degrees. I'm not sure. I just usually buy designs. Tumbler. A lot of the stuff I'm sold out of, so the things you wanted me to do, I'm sold out. Koozie. I didn't see your question. Let me see. Do you use different heat settings? Yeah, most of the time they're different. I'm sold out of the air fresheners. I'm sold out of the keychain wristlets. Water slides? I don't do water slides. I did do an air freshener. It's on my TikTok page. So I did do an air freshener, but I've already they're sold out. But I did make a video on it. So let's do a tumbler. Is that okay with everyone? A tumbler? We'll do a tumbler. I'm sold out of the wristlets. I heard you can't do it with sublimation. What do you mean you can't do it with sublimation? I'm not sure about water slides. I don't do water slides, so unfortunately I don't know. Awesome. Yeah, check out the video. I sold out before I could even get to do a tutorial. Turn off high-speed printing. Pillow. The air fresheners, they're reordered. They should take maybe 6 to 7 business days, so I should get them soon. Not to use SVG files. SVG files are for cutting. They're not for printing, so I would suggest not using them. They don't have a higher DPI. So a PNG is a transparent background, and it has a high DPI of 300 or more. So that is the reason you want to do it. It's a higher quality image. So a tumbler or a license plate. I don't have any socks. I'm not doing socks. A license tag or a tumbler. 2 for 2. From the Bay Designs, give me 1 second. Let me check. I did. Yeah, I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you were in my live then, but I did look for headbands and I can't find them. So if you saw them somewhere and someone's selling them, I would suggest buying them from them, because I tried to look online and even ask my supplier for them and they said no. The only thing they have even kind of similar is like a bandana. So they said no headband. I tried to find headbands. So if you found one, I would buy it from that supplier. Let me check to see how long for the shot glasses. I don't know. I think we should do a tumbler because I think we said tumbler yesterday. What do you guys think? Tumbler, full blue plate. Ooh, you guys make it hard. For the shot glasses, which ones are you using? The shooter or the, yeah, I mean, I only the shooter. 400 degrees, 6 to 8 minutes. I think we did 7 minutes. So 400 degrees, 7 minutes. Okay, tumbler it is. Give me 1 second. Let's go turn on the convection oven. Give me 1 second. Okie dokie. So are we going to do the warp feature is something that I don't use on silhouette, so unfortunately I don't know if I'm going to be doing a tutorial on that. Don't be in a weird funk. They make PNG files for tumblers, but if you don't want to use that, then I would suggest just making any PNG and it'll work. Don't give up. Everyone, don't give up if you're still having trouble. Okay, we're going to do a tumbler. 20 ounce or 30 ounce. I just give you guys all the options. 20 ounce or 30 ounce. $20 ounce or 30 ounce. 30, 30, 2 30s, 30, 3 30s. 30. Okay, 30 it is. Now let's pick a design. Let me pick a design. Let's see. I want to do something different because I want to give it away. Let's see, tumbler and cup designs. Let's see what I have. You guys don't want to see a full bleed design? I could do the sunflower girl from yesterday if that's what you guys are wanting. You want the sunflower girl? I can't do a full bleed if we do the sunflower girl. Okay, full bleed. All right, let's go to Etsy. See what we can find. Let's go to Etsy. Something colorful. Okay. Tumbler. Beach. I can check. That one is so cute. A full bleed means there's no white showing. That's all that means. Okay, let's keep looking. Let's not stop at the first one. Oh, that's cool. I don't like stuff like this. I don't like stuff like that. I think it's not cute. Sorry. If you like stuff like that, it's not my taste, y'all. Ooh, Arizona. I don't like the cow and the cheetah print. I'm sorry, y'all. That's just not cute. I don't like that. Okay. Let's do beach design. I like the Arizona one. Mother's Day or Teacher Appreciation. I So I'm going to do summer. I don't want to do Mother's Day or teacher appreciation because I don't have any kids. So I don't have anybody to give it to. I don't have any kids, so I don't have anybody to give it to. And then my mom is not here, so I don't have a mom to give it to. So I don't want to do anything like that. Tumbler beach. Let's see what pops up. I'm the teacher? No, I'm not. There's no cute beach design. This one. Living my best beach life. I don't really like that. Ooh, this is cute. That's kind of dope. I like that. I like it. But I don't know. I don't. Guys, I truly don't know. This is hard. Tie-dye? You guys want the tie-dye? This one? Okay. Tie-dye? Alright, tie-dye it is. Let me buy it. Ooh, y'all are expensive people. My husband's like, what are you buying now? Right? Oh, I just bought it. Tie-dye, tie-dye, tie-dye. I can't even do it. Tie-dye, 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 tie-dye. It's so silly. And I actually know this lady, the Custom Iron-Ons Digital, so definitely go to her website. I actually know her. I don't know her personally, but I've talked to her a couple of times. And she is awesome when it comes to making, like, wraps and stuff for designs. If you don't have a printer, then how would I purchase a wrap for a tumbler? Like, you mean like a full transfer of tumblers? You can purchase them from me. Just send me the designs, and then I can size them for you. Alright, so let me download. Yeah, I wish I knew how to draw too, y'all. Because trust and believe, I would not be buying $5 designs every time. Alright, so let's go. You're welcome. So since we're doing a 30 ounce, I'm going to use my 11 by 17 paper. And we're going to go to print page setup. 15,000. And I'm going to use 11 by 17. Y'all, if this thing turns out ugly. Okay, and the design needs to be a 10 by 9.4. I'm no designer. At all. Alright. I need non-taper. Okay, that's what it looks like. So I need it to be a 10. I don't know how this is going to work. 10 by 9.4. There it is. Okay, and someone is going to ask me, why are you going to mirror this image? And the reason I'm going to mirror the image is because you want to get in the habit of mirroring your images. If you do not mirror on things like this, you're not going to remember to mirror on things that you need. So always mirror your image. Always. It doesn't matter if it's a symmetrical heart. Just mirror it. Get into the habit of doing it. So mirror and flip. Okay. So I have some space. I don't want to add a name. I could, but I don't want to add a name because I want to give it away, and I don't want it to be like, I don't know who I'm going to give it away to. So I don't want to add a name and then somebody gets a random name. Oh, Okay. And I have some extra space down at the bottom, so I'm going to add some freebies. Let's do a different freebie. I want to do sun-kissed. Remove. Oh, just to do the process? Okay, hold on. We gotta kind of hurry because my printer's, my convection oven's heating up. Right. Okay, so say this is the tie-dye design and you wanted to add a name. Just click on the text box. Make sure whatever color you're doing it in is the same color on both boxes. So hit black, because the only thing that's going to show up on this color is black. So black and black. And let's put my name. Hold on. All right. So let's put my name, ANISSA, and then we're going to change it to Magnolia Sky. And then I'm going to drag it, and then I'm going to mirror and rotate it, and it's going to look like this, and you can put it down the middle. Usually the design goes into the middle, so if I wanted this to be mine, then you would just put your name and write it down the middle like that. And so that's how you would put a name if you wanted to put a name. Just open the text box, write a name, mirror, and then put it in the middle and size it to the way you want it. Okie dokie. Let's close that. And if I'm not mistaken, you'll group them together, but that is the way to do it. Yep, you have to group it. So I don't want to group it because, let me see. I don't know if I can. You just want to highlight everything like you do in Cricut. And then to group, where is it? Group. This is group. So click that button and group it. To center images, if I'm not mistaken, it says object and align. So Elena, object and align, and you can align it center, middle. Okay, so I'm going to delete that, and then we're going to print it. Okay. And then let me get my 30 ounce. I think I only have two 30 ounce tumblers left anyway for you guys to purchase. I didn't think they were going to sell out, but they did. Surprise me. Oh. Look at this big tumbler. This is what y'all want me to do. It's a huge tumbler. Big tumbler. Obviously, take off the lid. It's gonna melt. So that's gonna print. Yeah, it's for a 30 ounce. Did you say that the 20 ounce is the biggest you can do with the 2720? No, you can do the 37 ounce, but 30 ounce, but you have to use 8.5 by 14 paper. Then you have to stretch it long ways. So it's gonna look a little different. But you can do it. I've seen someone do it with the 2720. So this is the 30 ounce. And I think I'm going to use shrink wrap. think I'm going to use shrink wrap. You would have to use 8.5 by 14 paper. Yeah. And then print the design like vertically, like stretch it vertically. If I'm not mistaken. I've seen someone do it. I don't know if that's true, but I've seen someone do it. So I think that's right. I don't know. So I just wiped the tumbler down. And I'm going to use shrink wrap. This is the one I made last time. This is the one I made. Okay. And I actually like the 30 ounce better than the 20 ounce, so we'll see how it turns out. But I made this one. So that's what a full bleed means. The tumbler comes white and then you do it to where it doesn't show white anymore. That's what full bleed means. Okay. Yep. I do want to give this away, but I don't know how. I don't know how I want to give it away. I don't want to just pick someone random and then like they don't even drink. An extra large. What measurements do you use for the 20 ounce? It's on my website. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Draw names. I want to give it to somebody, but what if they don't drink and then they're like, what the heck is this? They're going to sue me because I sent them something with crown oil. Do an auction? Just give it to me. I'm sure the room will be okay with that decision. Sell it instead. I'm not going to sell it. I don't know. I just don't like selling things that I don't think are perfect. Isn't that weird? I don't want to sell it. And plus, I really can't even sell it anyway because it's a copyrighted design, so. Okay, let me get the shrink wrap. Oh, I had already sent out a little cute. You can take people's name down who want to draw and draw name. A raffle. Okay, we'll do a raffle. That sounds cute. Oh, I can do a, an automated, what's it called? Generator. The generators. I can just write everybody's name down. We'll do a raffle. But we got to finish this one first. And then we'll do a raffle. So we'll have 2 to raffle. So everyone can at least participate. Yeah, thanks. Okay, we'll do that. Let me get the shrink wrap and the heat gun. Hold on. Okay, shrink wrap. Now on the website it does say the 20 ounce shrink wrap, but this does fit for the 30 ounce. Yeah, I'm gonna raffle both of them. We're gonna do a raffle. We're gonna do this one, and then we're gonna do this one. And hold on, we might even do this one. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, we'll do those 2. I need one more. and the one that we're gonna do. Okay, so here's the print. It's really pretty. I like it a lot. So, I'm gonna show you guys how I do this. Please don't make fun of me. Okay, I have not perfected tumblers. Tumblers is not my thing. Okay, I just sell the blanks, so I'm still learning this process. So don't make fun of me. Okie dokie. It's a process, y'all. Ooh. Can we use shrink wrap with a new tumbler press? You don't need the shrink wrap with the tumbler press. If you put shrink wrap in the tumbler press, it's going to melt off. I hope this comes out cute, because if it doesn't come out cute, then you're going to get an ugly tumbler. Okay, I feel like this is not big enough. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh, it works. In the new tumbler press, do you have to use freezer paper? You don't use freezer paper, you would use butcher paper. And I would recommend it. Okay. Okay. I know I do spoil you guys. You guys are spoiled. We sell them in our shop. PeachtreeMarketCo.com. You guys are spoiled rotten. Okay. It's taped up. Now we got to put the she does and swears she doesn't have kids. All her Peaches kids tune in Monday through Friday. Right. You guys are my kids. Okay. So put the shrink wrap on. Alright, there's the shrink wrap. And then I need to plug this in. Okay. I'm sorry. Alright, so it's shrink wrapped. It's ready. If you have an Alexa, definitely turn her on mute. I'm going to put this in the oven for 2 minutes and 15 seconds on one side and then flip it. So definitely mute your Alexa. Forgot. Okay, hold on, I'll be right back. Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
2 minutes and 15 seconds, starting now.
Okay, so she's going to be on there for 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and then we're going to flip it and do the other side 2 minutes and 15 seconds. I wish I could show you guys, but every time I go over there, it cuts out, and I don't want to mess it up. Yep, flip it in the oven. A 30 ounce. A 20 ounce you don't have to because you can stand it straight up. But a 30 ounce, it's too big to stand up. It sounds so weird. 400 degrees. These are, I don't know if you guys can see these, but they're like a lemonade pink. I want someone to use this design. You guys have to use that design. I haven't seen anyone use it yet. 400, yep, turbo convection. Okay, so let's get started for this generator thing. I don't think we're going to have time. I'm going to have to probably do it once we're done. But let me find a generator at least. A free one. Free random generator. I just got a sublimation printer. Any advice? Whew, that's a loaded question. Go to my YouTube channel and check out all the videos. It will help you. Or just scroll through my videos on TikTok. And that should help you. Okay. A prayer. Okay, this is ugly. I want a nice random generator. Anybody know one? Oh, hold on. Alexa, next.
What do you want to play?
Oh, Alexa, stop the timer. Alexa, set the timer for 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay.
Starting now.
20 ounce, 400 turbo for how long? About 4 minutes. Oh, damn it. I'm trying to find a random generator. We'll decide. You're welcome. I don't like that. Okay, does anybody know an easy one? I had used one before. I don't even know what it is. Okay. I tried Will Decide, and it's not... I don't like it. It's not easy. I don't know if it's the one that y'all are talking about. Oh. Okay, I found one. That's what it's called. Will of Names. Alexa, stop. Please be careful when you're doing this. This thing is hot. Okay.